My dear brothers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I would like to talk about a few things about what's happening in the world. You see, if we look at the whole world, the people are in crisis, and we all know that. And 500 million of people around the world, I'd say 15 out of 20 are Muslims. 15 out of 20 are Muslims, mashallah. And that is incredible to hear that great, tremendous amount of people going by with such incredible faith, which is the faith of Islam. But apparently, we are under attack. We are under siege from many directions, coming from many directions. We are under attack, and we don't know that. We are unaware that we are attacked from the back, from both sides, and we are unaware. How do we know that we are under attack? How do we find out? Well, let's get down to entertainment. Let's get down to the business world. I want to talk to you about the virus that is spreading, especially in the Muslim world. This virus is among us, among all of us right now. I'd say even at this very moment, the virus is within the people, the Muslim people. I'm talking about especially the Muslim Ummah. And this is not just any ordinary virus. This isn't just any virus that comes in and goes through the computer and you can resolve it with an antivirus. No, it's different. This virus is very sophisticated. It captures the human mind, the human consciousness, the brain. And according to the research of the scientists, the brain is one of the most powerful tools in the world. The brain. So when you corrupt this tool, the damage, the capacity, the amount of damage that it can cause is also tremendous. That is the brain. So what is this virus? It's simple. Let's get back to the time of the medieval times. A long time ago, before the war comes in, before they declare war, before wars comes into place, people from different kingdoms, from different nations, they will send spies into the other nation to see what's really going on. They come up with what? Strategic plans. They have some sort of strategic plans to study people, what's going on in that nation. Because you don't just keep on attacking. You don't just come forth and attack those people and say, let's just declare war to these people. No, you can't do that. You gotta have plans. What do? They send spies. Just like the nation of Rome a long time ago. Before they invaded Persia, they used to send Roman spies to Persia to see what's really going on. An underground strategic plan to see what's going on in that nation. Same thing, what's going on to us today. The Muslim nation is under attack, and they're sending spies. And these spies are a virus in our nation. I'm talking about the Muslim Ummah when I say nation, so you'd have an idea. This spy is a virus. And what is this virus? It's everywhere. Let's just not get too far. It's out there. It's the media. This is the biggest virus. This is the tool. Now the media, when we say media, it comes from the word medium. And we say medium, It means to manipulate. It means a representative. It means to capture the mind. This is a very powerful tool, isn't it? The media. What does it do? Well, you know what it does. The media today is like the backbone of each and every society that we go to. That is the media. Well, whatever the media says, we take it. We accept it. They don't even challenge it. They don't ask a little bit of question. According to many professors, they say that the media is only one-dimensional. I think you get that. The media is only one-dimensional. You can't talk back to the television. When the CNN, when the BBC News said, Iranian Muslims are like this. Muslims are terrorists. You can't talk back to the television. You can't say no. You can't challenge that. What do? We just kept quiet in our homes, sit down, drink some coffee, and accept that. And they're mocking us. But we accept that. Matter of fact, most of us like that. We what? We support them. I don't know, I want to put out a little logic. It's a kind of funny logic. I had an experience with this too. They have this called a game station. I think everyone is familiar with that. PlayStation or Xbox or I'd say personal computer. And at these game stations they have games, of course. They come up with games, CDs. And now they have these new combat games that most of the youth play with. And one of the CDs, one of the games is called War in the Middle East. And in that game, you cooperate, you are with the character of the non-Muslims. And in that game, you kill Muslims in that game. The enemies in that game are people from the Middle East, which I'd say Muslims. And those people that are playing that game, the Xbox and PlayStation and the computer, those people that are playing those games, they're Muslims. They claim to be what? They're Muslims. And in that game, they're killing another Muslim. This is how they capture their minds. But it's not over yet. Come on, it's just a game. It's not over yet. They gotta have to get through to us. They gotta have to get through to what? Our hearts. What do? They come in between us now. Yeah, they come in between us now. And we're unaware of that. We don't know. Because our building, the foundation, the one foundation, is scattered all over the place. What do? They divide us. Yeah, they do that. In CNN, right now, if you would watch the news, any news, I say even local news, they would say Afghanistan, Afghani Muslims. They say that. Pakistan, Pakistani Muslims. They label those people into just one group. Iraq, Iraqi Muslims. One group. What is the effect of that? We come into groups. We're divided. Now we're multi-groups now. A lot of people now in Syria and Palestine, all over the world, Muslims are raising up their hands. What do they say? They shout out loud, we want to defeat the enemy. They shout out loud, we want to go for jihad. But if you look at them, they're scattered all over the place. Why are they scattered? The answer is simple. We have been weak. We haven't been sticking to the Quran and Sunnah. We're weak. I say that. It is true. We have been weak. And we are unaware of that. This is the problem of most of the people, I'd say Muslims, today. When they receive Quran and Sunnah, when they got Quran and Sunnah, they would have a little bit of Quran and Sunnah, and they would come up with another thing. When they got something from Hadith, they go beyond that. Or some of them, they go less than that. When some people go through the Quran, they go beyond the Quran. For some people, they go less than the Quran. This is a humiliation. When there's hadith and sunnah, when there's Quran and sunnah, stick to it. That's just how simple it is. Isn't it? This is one of the problems. This is one of the reasons why we're getting weak. This is the reasons why we're going astray. We're going a little bit to a different path. And that's why we come up with groups. And with people that don't know really that much, that's why it's just easy for them to follow. They just keep on following. Because they don't stick to Quran and Sunnah. They come up with more things. And this is one of the problems. They follow the footsteps of the media. This is a really bad humiliation. And they underestimate the power of the Quran. This is the problem with most people. Just like how the Imam read it earlier, recently. وَلَوْ أَنزَلْنَا هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ عَلَى جَبَلٍ لَرَأَيْتَهُ خَاشِعًا مُتَصَدِّعًا مِنْ خَشْيَةِ اللَّهِ. When Quran was being sent down to earth, the mountains would render as if like they're going to get pulverized because of fear of Allah. And people, they add up more to it. They go beyond it. They underestimate the Quran. This is the reason why they go a little bit to the other side. Some people go a little bit to the other side. They move a little bit backwards. Why? Because they're weak. They don't stick to it. They let the media manipulate their minds. I'm not saying ignore the media. I'm not saying push the media away. Media is also a tool. We can use the media for some good reason. But not to challenge the media and to go according to the media, to kneel before the media, to depend on the media. I don't think it's a good thing. That's bad. Example, you're driving in the highway. It's a long road, and you're running about 200 miles an hour. That's really fast, 200 miles an hour, you're driving. Sports car, mashallah. And you got a really long road ahead of you, and you're going straight, right? But if you go a little bit to the right, you just turn the steering wheel to the right, and you're going 200 miles an hour, and the road is straight, and you go a little bit to the right, to the left, what will happen? What will happen to the direction of the car? Crash, accident. That's what was happening. We don't stick to the one path. We go a little bit to the right, we go a little bit to the left. That's what happens. Same thing with a building. If you got a building and your bricks are scattered all over the place, if you're making a building and the bricks and the cements are all over the place, what will happen? What do you call that? You call that a construction. You call that a construction, yeah. But you don't call that one building. We need to be one building. The image of the Muslims today are scattered like the bricks. That's why we're not one building. We look like we're under construction. And that looks very weak. Allah said in the Quran, hold on to my rope. Hold on to the rope. Just one rope. He didn't say ropes, he said rope. Of this ummah. Do not divide the ummah. Because Allah will not ask you if you're a Nigerian Muslim, if you're a Filipino Muslim, if you're an American Muslim. He will ask you, did you divide the ummah by your tongue? You don't say Pakistani Muslim, you don't say Afghani Muslim, you don't say American Muslim, but you say I'm a Muslim from Afghanistan. I'm a Muslim from Philippines. I'm a Muslim from Indonesia. Because you don't put anything before Islam. Because wherever you came from doesn't really matter. What really matters is we're Muslims. And it's one of the reasons why we're destroyed. You know? We don't get back to who we are. We need to get back to who we really are. We need to stick to the Quran and Sunnah. And many of us fail to do that. They stick to what? To the entertainment world. They stick to what? To Tom Cruise. They stick to Michael Jackson. If you ask him about the biography of Michael Jackson, or maybe the biography of Tom Cruise, he will tell you in detail. He's going to tell you from birth till death of Michael Jackson. But if you ask him about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he'll tell you a few bit about it. Is it our Imam mentioned it? A little bit. Yeah, I know. They would even recite to you songs of Justin Bieber, of Madonna. And these used to be what? The role models of the Muslims, young Muslims. Even older ones. They used to be what? The role model. And I'd say they're what? The world prostitutes. That's what I call them. They've prostituted themselves into 19 different countries. Madonna, she was just a young girl before. She was just 9, 10, innocent girl. And when she comes up to the age of puberty, 20, 21, she would prostitute herself into the whole world. If you see a concert, she was like out there on the stage, half naked. People like chanting her name. And this is what destroys us. Those people, most of the people that chant her name are also Muslims. And we take these people like Madonna, Britney Spears, Michael Jackson, we take them as what? Role models. They're the role models. We wear what they wear now. We go out in the streets like them now. We even talk like them. Matter of fact, we like it. They think it's cool, man. We talking like that. Yeah, it's cool. Little did they know, they're destroying us. They're the spies. They're the tool to discriminate us, to put us into groups. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was one time sitting with his companions. And what he did, he drew lines using a stick on the sand, multiple lines. And he drew a really long line right in the middle. And he was talking about the Ummah. He said one day, this Ummah, Muslims, will be divided into multiple groups. And what is happening today? That's exactly what's happening. Right? When the media said Iranian Muslims, yeah, Iranian Muslim, that's who we are. Yeah, we're chanting our name now. We got flags rising up. What is the flag of La ilaha illallah? It's gone. We say La ilaha illallah, but it's gone. Where's that flag? Why is the Pakistani flag rising up there? Why are we depending on the UN? And little did you know, let me tell you something a little something about the UN. The UN is supported by what they call Zionists, originally from Israel. And these people are Jews. And they say whenever there's a problem around the world, the United Nations they collaborate. And these are what? These are Jews. We accept collaboration from Jews. And this is how destroyed we are. And I hope that we learn, and every time that we look at the screen, I hope that we don't really get blinded that much. I'm not saying to fight back, because before we fight back, we gotta have to be firm. We gotta have to get back to our own selves. A lot of people claim we gotta fight back. They're shouting out jihad, but their aqidah and their heart is a little destructive. They claim out loud. MashaAllah, they got AK-47 rising up. But look into their hearts. We need to get back to who we really are. We need to stick to the Quran and Sunnah. Don't go right when you're running 200 miles an hour. Don't go left when you're running 200 miles an hour. Go straight ahead. You go a little bit steering to the right and left, any direction, you'll have an accident. You'll fall. Don't do that. Let's stick to this firm road. Let's be one building. And I hope you'll learn from that. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت.